Well, hey, good morning. Coffee is here, as am I, as am the light. I got tired of all the shadows, so I went out and spent $10,000 on professional lighting. It broke us. I mean, we had to take out a second, but I thought it was worth it because you're watching, because you care so much. And you know, that touches me. That really touches me. Because I didn't spend $10,000. This is just shit I had lying around home. So how you doing? I want you to know that I already have the timer started, because every time that it sets off Alexa's, oops. Oh, it didn't do it that time. Okay, great. It sets them off for some reason, because I just have that commanding of a voice. So what to tell you? Hold on a second. And the coffee's hot. So yeah, I set a timer for 12 minutes instead of 10. And I'll probably go for another 20 minutes after that anyway. But it's just so I get the minimum that I want to get. After that, fuck it. So, that pillow is not a great pillow. There, that's better. So, I've got shi-poo down here with me. So you may hear noise, you may see her, because she's right. Oh, I have a special guest tonight, this evening, at 7 o'clock in the morning. You want to say hi to the people in the world? Hi, this is shi-poo. This is my lovely little shi-poo dog. My shi-poo dog is 12 years old. I don't know how much of her you can see. She's 12 years old. She's a grand old lady. She's a lovely old thing. She growls all the time. And the special thing about shi-poo is that we bought her. Yeah, we bought her. We bought her on the same day that we heard about my father's passing. The same day my dad died. So she's my little connection to my father. Well, what? What? Yeah, that's going to be the videos from now on. And here comes Cha-Cha, who will keep her distance, but will be featured on a later video. Is that all, shi-poo? Is that it? Of course it's not it. There, how's that? So, she growls at everything. She's just a perpetual growly dog. And though it may look like she wants off of my lap, she's gonna jump right back up on it again in just a minute. You just love the camera, and the camera loves you, my dear. Get off of me. So, anyway, Cha-Cha's right here at my feet, but I'm grabbing my coffee. That's what matters most. So, yeah. So, yesterday was my first therapy session, and I thought I would mention that, having mentioned it yesterday. Tell you a little bit about how it went, because I'm doing distance therapy. Is that a word? Is that a phrase? Is that a thing? Whatever they call it, I'm doing therapy over the phone, and it's the only way I can do it right now. So I thought I would give it a shot. And my wife and I share this little condo, so we can hear everything the other person says, no matter how quiet we are. So I went over to, God, I look terrible. I went over to God, I cannot talk. How you doing? Are you enjoying this? The stammering of Ken LaSalle? It's fantastic. I went outside to the car, is what I've been trying to say for the last 30 minutes, and did therapy in the car. So if you can imagine sitting in the driver's seat of your car, right? And my phone is on one of those clips that you put on your window so you can talk while you're driving, I guess. I don't know. I never talk when I'm driving. I hardly ever drive anymore. So this phone is clipped way over here, okay? And the video screen is probably only about, yay big, and she's sitting back. So my therapist ends up being about that big. And she's way over there, and I'm talking to this little tiny therapist, and it didn't help. It really didn't help that her voice was so high. It didn't help. I would tell her, I've been having these problems, and she'd say, well, let's talk about it. And I'd be, the voice, I could probably get over the voice, but she kept pushing Keebler products. Anyway, it was fine. It was fine. I guess if you can tell anything about your therapy by how many times you cry the first time, this is going to go well. Because I cried twice. And it's another big difference. Another big difference between me as a young man and me as an old man. I get to cry. Because after 50, there's that little addendum that they added a few years ago. After 50, they let you do that now. If you're born later, the age is lower, of course. Hi, are we climbing on me? She's part monkey. Actually, the other one is much more part monkey. We call her Monkey Dog, but anyway. So we talked for about a half hour. And you'd be amazed at how long a half hour is, because my clock wasn't on the phone screen, right? So I couldn't see how long had passed. The car was off, so the clock in the car was off as well. Couldn't see it. Kind of drove me a little bit insane. But yeah, it's weird. It's weird, man. It's weird. I haven't had therapy in a while. I started therapy very young, at about 3 months. I come from a family of divorce, which back in the 70s was a bad thing. And my mom worked really hard at getting all of us back to mental health in the worst way imaginable, by taking us to therapy for much of my childhood. And I didn't do therapy alone for a long time. And then once I was diagnosed, actually just before I was diagnosed, I tried a couple different doctors. I had one I called Dr. Doom. I would walk into his office. He would be sitting down. I would sit. He would say, talk. And that was therapy. Not my idea of a good time, because I never know what to talk about. Hell, even now, I have no idea what to talk about with you. So that didn't work out too well, and I kind of said to hell with therapy. And then I realized the next therapist I spoke to was a woman, and it worked out really well. And I realized that it's because I don't talk well with male therapists. There's just something about the energy, something about the vibe. I just would prefer to talk to a woman. I think it was because I was raised with a woman, raised by a woman. So this one I think is going to work out pretty well. My therapist has she has the feel of my ex. She has very much a feel of my stepmom, Blanche, who passed quite a few years ago, and who I miss dearly. So it was kind of nice feeling that, even though it was coming off of a little teeny tiny screen, feeling that energy, it did help a little bit. So anyway, that's all of my therapy talk. That's all you're going to get for today. It's good. It's okay. We're going to talk an awful lot, as I will with you. My wife, Vicky seems to think that that I'm going to be doing this for a very long time. So I thought it would be a really good idea to drop a dog on me, to talk about that, because this is the last one of these I'm doing, to be honest, until Monday, and then we'll go and try and go another 4 days in our age of isolation. And that's kind of the whole reason for this. I'm not doing this because I'm going to do it forever. I'm doing this because I can't work, and I can't get out, and I'm losing my mind. So this is a little way to just vent to other people in a situation very much like myself. You can't get out, neener. So, we're all in the same boat, and this is an opportunity for me to just vent and get this out to you. Also, an opportunity for my mom to see me every day for about 15 minutes. Hi, Mom. How you doing? There's heroin in this coffee. So I had my therapy yesterday, and then I thought I would have my alarm go off. Alexa, stop. I thought I'd go for a walk because it was a beautiful day. The nice thing about having therapy in your car after being cooped up in your house is that you have these beautiful, big, beautiful windows, and you can see outside, and you can see the sun, the trees, the clouds, just being out. It's wonderful. So I thought, I'm going to get out. I'm going to go for a walk. Well, he said, sipping dramatically, yeah, walking's a stupid idea still. People outside, and this may include you, and if it does, smack yourself. People outside just don't get social distancing still. As late as today, they just don't seem to get it, that you don't get close to people. So I'm out walking, and people are just like right here and right here. I mean, just like, I've never had people come so close to me in my life. I've wanted them to, preferably women. But yeah, just cannot. So I ended up walking in the middle of the street quite a bit. And at 54, that's a little bit of a rush. He said. God, I wish I could write. Don't let Vicky hear that, because she's doing a great job, and I don't want to mess with her. This is gonna be a little bit of a challenge, because writing keeps these wheels on one path. When my wheels have a will of their own, they'll just turn on me. So we're at the end of our second week in isolation, and everything has changed. I thought when we started this that I was going to have a pretty good time of it. I'd be able to work all I wanted. Vicky would be home. And I wouldn't be going nuts. But that's, everything's kind of the opposite. Hi, I can't talk. So I'm going to sign off now, having done this for 4 days. I want to thank each and every one of you who has watched these, because I have no idea what I'm doing, but yet you don't seem to mind as much. Although I will say every day there's been a drop-off, so I'm sure every day there's a few people going, this is all he's doing. He's just talking. There's nothing else. No hiking, nothing. And you'd be right. So you take good care of yourself this weekend. Stay home, play video games. If you don't have a way to play video games, enter the 21st century. But just relax. Just take a moment to remember that you're still alive and that you're here and everything works, I hope. And just, appreciate it. Because every day this stupid COVID thing goes, it's getting a little uglier. And a lot of people are getting a little uglier. I won't mention names, but most of them are orange. So we're in this together. And I'm going to be back on Monday. And I'll tell you not a whole lot, I'm sure. So I will talk to you then. Be good to yourself. Be kind to others. And let's make this world a better place.
And there you have it. You've just survived another Ken LaSalle video. For more information about new releases, projects in the works, or even stuff from the archives, head on down to kenlasalle.com. You can also find me on Facebook, Twitter, and all around social media, just as long as it's called Facebook or Twitter. Thanks for your support, as always. Be sure to subscribe to this channel, and I'll be back soon with more nonsense.